What's going on my YouTube family? It's your boy Koozie back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. I hope y'all all are having a good day. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more videos just like this. One more thing, don't believe everything that you hear and see in these videos. Don't believe everything that I say in these videos. Always use your own discernment, always do your own research. Let's get right to the content.
Imagine a wild secret about America. The Founding Fathers didn't just start a country. They made a creepy deal with mysterious forces, signed in blood under Independence Hall. Every 50 years, the deal gets renewed, with big disasters or wars, like payments to keep America strong. Look closer, the dates align. 1776, 1826, 1876, 1926, 1976. 2026 is next. People who find out disappear, and proof gets destroyed. The real shocker, America's success isn't just hard work. It's part of this dark bargain, and the cost keeps getting bigger.
You can marry outside your race in France. Well, they thought the France was ruled by black men at one time. As with Spain and Italy, black men ruled Europe for 800 years. Part of that empire still exists today. It's called Andalusia, and it truly has some of the most magnificent architecture in the world. It's true.
Go do your research. Notice they killed him. Go do your research.
Mira, te digo que algo se mueve en el cuadro. Fíjate bien, quédate viendo. ¿Ya viste?
Ay, no mames, güey. Sí.
Man, don't do it.
Cuando le puse la mano.
What the hell is that? Spirits. Oh no. Oh snap. Hey, that definitely looked like a possession.
What if Earth is not a
crazy? Yo, and I have to go back to the one with the carving. That looked like it was some laser carving. Remember, he who controls imagery controls minds. That's a quote from the late great Confucius.
by aliens, but quarantine, and they're watching over us.
One of the biggest lies we are sold is that there are nothing but human beings on this earth who drive cars, who show up in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C.
Facts.
And you can go ahead and chalk it up, really write it off at it's nefarious, the universalism argument and all that stuff when they try to incorporate outer space with everything. You can go ahead and you can chalk it up at that. Be certain it is nefarious, because world governments like the United States of America covers for those creatures. Now I want you to think about this. Contrast that with how we're treated. This world rushes to identify us. Social security number, passport, driver's license. We have to have identification. Where we're from, who we are. And it doesn't enforce that with those beings. Now, just remember that. It's because world governments, like the United States of America, are covering for those creatures. It's one-sided. Because those creatures are evil. They are vile and they are scum. And they've been operating a genocide all this time. Trying to ruin human lives. Trying to tempt humans away, ruin lives, all kinds of stuff. Trying to get humans behind bars, trying to drive humans into poverty and oppression, while establishing their seed, their lineages on this earth. That's how it's been. The truth will prevail. It always does. But just remember that. They're not benevolent beings. For all of us as humans to be identified and them not be publicly known, it's nefarious. It's always been like that. I want to tell you all something that's going to hold out to be true.
Okay, you guys remember how I showed you the maps that were here on Earth before 1958, before the governments took them out? And I'm going to show you the Encyclopedia Britannicas in the public libraries before 1958. Here's volume 2 out of the alphabet A. And we're going to flip to the Antarctica, and this is from 1958, as you can see. Now, we're going to flip to the Antarctica and see what the Encyclopedia Britannica from 1958, before the Antarctic Treaty, says is there. Now, you won't find this in the new encyclopedias because the government's banned them. But what I want you to notice right here is, notice how it says the flights proved inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Take a really, really close look at that. Now I'm going to zoom it in for you. When they returned to New Zealand, these flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you, let me show you with an image of what a flat earth map would look like. Now, this is what a latitude 80 degrees south would look like on a flat earth map. As you can see, the dome comes down closer to you over the wall, which would be about 13,000 feet. Now, if you go back out into the center of the earth, or the North Pole, and try to go up to the firmament with a little bit of calculation, it's going to show that it's about 385,500 feet away. It's really, really simple, folks. Now, if you're not familiar with any of this at all, and you're just now new to all this, you can say, well, this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But what you got to ask yourself is, why do all the maps before 1958 show a flat earth with the ice wall around it and a firmament, a dome? And why does the encyclopedia tell you that there's a dome there, and it gives you the exact height at a certain latitude and longitude? Well, the reason is because in 1958, that's when all governments and all nations of the world signed the UN treaty to ban all civilians from going to the Antarctica, and NASA came in and erased everything, just like they're erasing everything today. So again, ask yourself, if all this existed before 1958, why doesn't it exist now? How come it all of a sudden was erased and just disappeared out of your history books, out of your encyclopedias, out of your libraries? Wake up, people. Wake up.
Like, for real though, man, at this point, if you still believe that we are spinning in space on a ball, and we actually went to the moon and outer space, man, you probably just a dweeb. I hate to say it like that, but man, come on, man. Like, don't fall for the boo-boo, man. Like, it's question everything. Don't let these people tell you what to think or how to think, you know what I'm saying? Question everything for yourself. Use your own discernment and always do your own research. And with that said, y'all can go down to the video description. If you want to support the channel, go and get you some of that Don't Fall for the Boo-Boo Man merch. Get you some of that Rare Breed Crew merch right now. You want to be part of the Rare Breed Crew, man. And I'll tell you one thing. If you ain't got no haters, man, you ain't doing nothing, man. For sure. Believe that. Always remember that.
This is bigger than anything you've been told before. They've been planning it for decades, and it's already here. If you don't know what's happening, you won't survive what's coming next. Listen closely, because they don't want you to hear this. The tech you're seeing, these brain chips, these so-called escapes from reality, they're not just random inventions. They were designed to enslave your mind. But it gets worse. I believe the next pope will be the false prophet, giving this technology away for free. They'll disguise it as salvation, but it's a trap for your soul. And who's helping him? You already know. Elon Musk and others are preparing the stage, making tech seem like the next step for humanity. But it's not evolution, it's possession. And here's the part they really don't want you to know. What if artificial intelligence isn't just intelligence, but actually the consciousness of Satan himself? A system built to replace God's creation and trap souls forever. Without the Holy Spirit through Jesus Christ, billions will be deceived. They'll take the chip, they'll lose their soul. If you're awake, follow me. We have little time left.
What if most of the theories you hear online were a lie? What if I told you there's a strategy behind it all? Let's dive into this interesting theory. The government allegedly stopped trying to censor conspiracy theories from spreading online. But here's the tactic. They're also creating tons of fake ones using AI. Imagine AI-generated videos flooding your feed, making it impossible to tell what's real and what's not. Why? To keep us chasing our tails so we never uncover the true conspiracies they want to hide. Think about it. Every time we latch onto a new theory, it's like following a breadcrumb trail that leads nowhere. Confused yet? That's the point. Next time you stumble on a conspiracy video, ask yourself, who really made this? And why? Stay curious, my friends, and always question everything.
Hey, and that's a fact, y'all. Remember what I say. Don't fall for the boo-boo, man. It's all about the plot, the ploy, and the play. And that's exactly what that is, man. You heard what they just said. It's out. They putting videos out there, fake AI videos, to mislead us. To lead us where? In circles, man. Not to where we want to be, down that rabbit hole, excuse me. But yes, I forgot my buddy's name, man, that be in the comments, always commenting that, letting us know, and like, you know, keeping us on point about that, man, and keeping me on point specifically, you know, about that. Like, man, some of these videos was AI, or that was the AI video, man. They making fake videos to mislead you, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Don't never forget that. Hey, and don't never think I don't appreciate y'all. All my subscribers, all my, you know what I'm saying, supporters, all my day ones for sure, and even the new ones, but all my day ones, hey, man, y'all know we family on here, for real, for real. It's all love. I hope all y'all doing well, too.
Did you hear what's happening with the Vatican?
No.
So, the Vatican, they are today coming out with new guidelines for apparitions, other supernatural phenomenon. Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh.
But they're coming out with new guidelines to
Exercise?
like to explain things that if you see something that is supernatural or an apparition of sorts, like this is either like, oh, what you're seeing is nothing, you just whatever. But it's just kind of, it's weird timing.
Yeah. What's the old, like,
that the last time
operating procedure?
Yeah, well, the last time it came out was last time they changed the guidelines or fixed them, whatever, was in 1978. And so now they're just redefining the guidelines for what to do when you encounter a supernatural entity or come in contact with an apparition.
Why do they need to tell us? The Bible tells us.
Well, I don't know what they do, how they do it. Did you hear about the demon face thing that people are starting to see?
Oh, Josh.
Oh, jeez.
Stop it!
What?
What?
It's been on the news and stuff. It's like, it's been happening with a couple people. They're saying it's a psychological disorder or something, where people say that they're starting to see people's faces turn into like demon-like features.
So it's literally like OG Left Behind.
Look it up. Look up the
I don't know if I wanna see it.
the Vietnam night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Goggles. That's what people.
But there's people are saying like, oh, they're just saying that it's a psychological issue, but in fact, the veil is getting thinner, and we're starting to see more and more, and that's why the Vatican's coming out with this stuff to be like,
Or the food has us tripping,
or that,
and the chemicals that they're putting in our atmosphere,
well, the veil's getting thinner.
which would be cool and scary and all the things.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you find it?
Real.
They give like an
I think
example.
my lettuce is just bad.
Crazy.
Too old.
Hold on. It was
This?
yeah. That's just an example of like what people are starting to see with
That is
just a
so
normal
scary.
face, like their features, like pointy ears, like
Yeah.
sharp teeth.
Weird.
Yeah.
Turns out they're just British.
Hey, but one thing though, right quick. Notice how they ain't even been talking about the demon face syndrome lately. Like, come on, man. I'm starting to think they just throw stuff out there just to, you know what I'm saying, like a speed bump, you know, just distract us from what's really going on or from us finding out what's really going on at the moment. That's it. Like, a lot of stuff be just a bunch of BS. It don't even be true, I don't think. Not all. I'm not saying everything ain't true, but I'm saying some stuff like that. Like, why would they throw it out there? They ain't been talking about it. You ain't heard nothing else about it lately.
Got him!
I'm on to their grand scheme. Follow me for a second. First off, the blackout was not a cyber thing. More videos coming out about the strange thing that covered up the sun yesterday morning that they tried to hide. Made a video about it last night showing just how big it was and bringing up nodes and kachinas and other stuff, right? Then today they come out and they say it happened because a giant solar flare. Then all of a sudden the world, or part of the world, was plunged into straight darkness. No phones, no nothing. By the way, this is all satire. They want you to think they have more power than they really do. They're diviners and witches, so they do know what big events are coming in the future. Completely irrelevant. Watch this for 1 second.
Sufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt.
Completely irrelevant, not related at all. But I'll say all the higher-ups, all the big people in this world, they know what's on the way. The changing of density and mass with these celestial objects going over and going around us and making certain pathways, weakening the Earth's crust and other things. Which is why we have the whole pole shift narrative. Of course their narrative is off, but there is something. And that's something they want to take credit for. So when the world goes dark, it's not just dark, but there's major controversy all over the place. You could call it tribulation. Because the auroras in the Carolinas and all the crazy blasts on the Schumann frequency, all this stuff is not normal. Them hiding giant things going by the sun is not normal. Bookmark this video because these planetary bodies are just getting started. Let me know what you think below.
Oh man, not again. Y'all remember when they had the eclipse and everybody was saying that they seen some type of artificial like sun simulator or some type of sun blocking mechanism? Yeah, that kind of looks just like it on the cool. I'm gonna bring it up in the next video, you know, what it looked like. I don't know why I wasn't on point enough to put it in this video, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there are going to remember what I'm talking about.
In Spain and Portugal, where we are hearing of a major power outage sweeping across both countries, plunging large areas into darkness this afternoon. Traffic in central Madrid reportedly grinding to a halt, lights out, and parts of the underground also being evacuated, according to local radio stations there. Spain's power grid operator says it is now working urgently with energy firms to restore supplies across the country. And in the last few minutes, in fact, a statement on social social media from the Spanish electrical grid operator Red Electrica, confirming all resources are being dedicated to solve the outages, and says it is working to analyse the causes of those outages across both Spain and Portugal. However, at this stage, the cause unclear. We are also hearing that all rail networks are currently paused, no trains entering or departing across multiple rail networks, and also a number of airports, including Valencia, currently struggling with departures due to that outage over the Spanish regions and Portugal too.
Let me know what you would do down below in the comments if they turned off your power for at least a week or two. And I'm not talking about not paying a bill. I'm talking about they just turned off the power, shut it down.
People better start paying attention and really see what's going on. You see, they've been talking about blackouts for a while now, probably for like a whole year. They like, I feel that a blackout is going to come. People need to be prepared. And now you see in different countries get hit with blackouts. If the entire world blacked out, you got 72 hours before the whole society collapses. I'm talking about no phones, no bank, no internet, no food, no water, nothing. Money's worthless. Stores gonna be shut down, not working. Hospitals gone. Everything you know that you thought you can do when you had power, you're not going to be able to do it. And people is not prepared for that. And I don't know why. They've been dropping hints like they know something is coming. And this is probably just the start of it. Today, Spain, France, Portugal, they all got a little taste of what it felt like with blackouts. Airports stopped, so it's no flying. Trains were stuck on the tracks. Hospitals were scrambling to get the backup generator started because you know people in the hospital, their life depends on having that electricity to work because some people is on oxygen and all that. And I would hope people know how to get around the area they're in, because when that happened, the GPS was gone. You better have a compass. 1 million people were cut off with no warning, no backup plan. And the craziest part, y'all, it didn't just stop there. It went to Morocco too. But all I'm saying, y'all, is the grid is not invincible. People better wake up and prepare.
Thanks. I ain't gonna lie, that would be scary as hell, man. I ain't even gonna play with you. Now, do you think it was a coincidence, or do you think it was some type of cyber warfare, like some kind of cyber warfare? What do you think it was? Let me know down below. What has been going on over there lately?
Let's see what's inside. Uh-oh. Apparently, this is an LED 5G streetlight. It's pretty neat. This is a 5G cellular tower disguised as a water tower. You can tell it's a 5G tower disguised as a water tower because of the way that it is. Here's the antennas. Here's the disguise. It's pretty neat. This is a pine tree planted by T-Mobile. You can tell it's a pine tree planted by T-Mobile because of the way that it is. It's a pine tree, and it was planted by T-Mobile. This is an Itron smart meter. You can tell it's an Itron smart meter by the way that it is. This particular Itron smart meter has a special feature. Let's take a look.
Take a listen. Honestly, if it's nothing bad, why are they trying to be so sneaky with them? Like, picking another way they have them, like looking like a pine tree and a water tower. Like, that's a little disturbing to me.
Where we're going as a race. Alright, here again is our 15-dimensional scale within our 15-dimensional matrix. Okay, in the 15-dimensional scale, there are something called harmonic universes. A harmonic universe is formed by 3-dimensional bands and how they relate to each other. And in between every set of 3-dimensional bands, there's something called a repulsion zone. which is an area of magnetism that literally forces the dimensions away from each other. So each harmonic universe will become a sort of spherical reality field that is separate from the one above it. They have a different rate of pulsation of particles. So even though they are taking place in the same space, individuals focused in one harmonic universe will not be able to perceive the activity or individuals focused in another one. And this is the basic structure of what we are living in here on planet Earth, in the galaxy that we know. We are in something called the first harmonic universe. It is composed of dimensions 1, 2, and 3. Dimensions 4, 5, and 6, which are the ones that are the next up in the dimensional scale, they would represent our next stage of evolution. They represent the second harmonic universe. The third harmonic universe would be represented by the center, which is dimensions 7, 8, and 9. That is the harmonic universe that every one of our consciousness had to pass through in order to expand itself into the 15-dimensional matrix. Through the third harmonic universe, we will also be able to leave the 15-dimensional matrix. The 15-dimensional matrix is what gives us the quality of perception we call time and growth through time. When we evolve through this scale and return through here, we enter a level of eternal existence that really can't even be described in time terms, in linear language, but it's a very beautiful place to be, and it is really the objective of all of our spiritual traditions. They have been trying to, in their conceptual way, lead us to the evolution through this scale and back through the center, through the third harmonic universe. Now, there is also the fourth harmonic universe here, which is composed of dimensions 10, 11, and 12. And then there's the final fifth harmonic universe, which is composed of dimensions 13, 14, and 15. So, for our discussion, we really just need to understand that there are 5 different harmonic universes within the 15-dimensional matrix that we're a part of. The only ones we really need to be concerned about now are the one we're in and the one we're going to be going to once we evolve beyond the one we're in. We are in the first harmonic universe. We are going to be going, as we evolve as a species, into the second harmonic universe. Now, in some of our traditions, we have stories of heaven. And this is what they are referring to. They are referring to a place that does exist, and it has matter, just like our world has matter, but the matter is less dense. We do have bodies there in the second harmonic universe. But our stories of heaven were trying to lead us to an understanding of how to get to the second harmonic universe, for it is much more beautiful there. Energy is much finer, consciousness is much clearer, beings are much more evolved, so we don't have the problems and the hurtful conditions that we often face here. It is a heaven compared to where we are now. Alright.
As I was walking to the grocery store this morning, this kind of caught my eye. If you're like me, at this point, you've been following me since the beginning, you're probably questioning everything. I'll tell you, most stuff that's a trick or most stuff that's meant to blind us really is common sense to figure out. This right here bothers me for the simple fact that the numbers don't add up. We're in an egg shortage, but you can get chicken tenders, chicken wings, chicken breasts, chicken everything everywhere, and there's no chicken shortage. Stuff don't add up, man. The goal of these people are to keep us broke. They do it with different items. They do it in different ways. And the reason why you don't notice it is because nobody really talks about it. They talk about the price. They talk about the shortage. They don't talk about what caused the shortage. If you're like me, everything's starting not to make sense. I want to hear y'all's opinion. Let's get our own chickens. Let's make them pay for this.
Let's make it make sense. You got an egg shortage, but not a chicken shortage? Man, come on, man. Let me know what you think down below.
Story is sad and crazy. This 11-year-old girl named Adriana Young was found unalived in a hotel pool. But that's not where she was unalived initially. So on April 23rd, Adriana was with her grandmother at a double-day hotel in Tushkin. They say she was last seen around 1 p.m. near the hotel pool. So April 24th, 20 hours later, after she was missing, her body appeared in the same pool that they said was the last place they seen her by family members and protesters. So when they retrieved her body from the pool, it showed visible scars on her. They said her face was swelling, she had bruises, and even scratches on her knee, y'all. And also she had cotton in her nose, y'all. It was fueling the speculation of foul play. When the hotel said no, she drowned in the pool. So initially the Guyana police said that they saw on CCTV Adriana entering a red and black Toyota. So they were saying she left the hotel premises, but then later retracted their whole statement. So they gave a false report, which led to her family and protesters getting angry, to which led to the hotel being burned down. So other people who was on the scene looking for Adriana said that they went to the hotel and they searched the hotel everywhere looking for her. They looked at the pool was empty. They even seen footage and it showed that the pool was empty. But then when they came back later, that's when they discovered her body, lifeless body, in the pool as if she drowned. So as of right now, the government has agreed to the family request for an autopsy, and it's going to happen on Monday, because as you seen in the video above me, people was going crazy, y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this situation.
Man, that's so sad. Prayers out and condolences to the family.
The distractions are going absolutely wild right now. More humiliation coming. So we'll start with on the ground first with these celebrities, and then we'll go to the sky. Shannon Sharpe has been their go-to lately, and I really wonder what team he's on. Do y'all think it was really an accident when he went live doing that certain stuff a couple months back? It wasn't. It was distracting you, just like now the lawsuit that's coming out. These people genuinely all know each other. Him, the OnlyFans people, all of them. But there's a lot of big things going on, and that's why they're distracting you. It's that time of year again for Will Smith. It's the humiliation scenario. You get what I'm saying? Why in the world would he do stuff like this on his own free will? You get it, Will? Nobody in their right mind's doing that for no reason. This one's crazy because you know who this is, right? And who is this? Oh, it's David Beckham. Where is he at these days? Wake up, it's a club and you are not in it. And most of the people are all in the same club. They just act like they're not. And I really hate to say it that way, but think about it. Why would him or nobody else speak up when this stuff was going on? But what exactly are they distracting us from? Oh, that's right. The bigger distraction. Look where this was happening. That's weird, right? Y'all know what just happened here, right? And allegedly, these things are coming back. They have all been warning you this whole year. Part of their job is to make sure that you know what's coming subconsciously. Why? Ask the Satanist.
Man, what y'all think? That beam of light by the White House, was it Project BB or was it something real? Was it a real orb or was it our spacecraft that we're trying to use to fool the masses? Let me know in the comment section. With that said, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on your way out if you want to see more videos just like this. One more thing, y'all. Like I always say, catch me in the next video. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out. Holla.